Today I want to talk about beginner series again, yay! And this is about concealers. I've been meaning to do this for a while, but I was waiting for one or two products from a brand, so because I wanted to include them in the video. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do for you guys today. So today I'm talking about concealers, and basically concealers I use to either highlight, contour, or just conceal blemishes. You can obviously use them for many reasons, and there are your cream contour palettes, which can be used as concealer palettes, and then you have your highlighting palettes that can be used as contour palettes. It's just all mixing and matching. There is no rule. There are no rules in makeup, and that is perfectly expressed or indicated in this video. I'll first start off with my everyday my everyday concealers, or concealers that I've used for eons, and those are the MAC Studio Fix concealers. So they come in pots like this, and they're very thick concealers. A lot of makeup artists or like special effects artists use these to either conceal tattoos in movies or in theater. Like, it's basically stage makeup. That's how thick these are. But obviously we can use them in our everyday kind of beauty routines, and you can use them to conceal really severe acne scarring, acne pimples, that sort of thing, or dark circles, under eye circles. And in my case, I use it to conceal hairs that have grown when I am kind of defining my eyebrows. As in today, for example, I haven't been for a wax or tweezed in quite a while, and so I love these concealers because they are thick enough to kind of cover any sort of hairs that are out of place or in that shouldn't be there. So I kind of pick up 3 at a time. So I'll pick up NC50, which is my actual foundation shade if I am going for a no makeup look, and I just want to kind of touch up any dark circles or any pimples that are showing. And then I'll pick up NC45, which is my concealer shade, which is what I use to define my eyebrows. You can see how I use it in my eyebrow routine video. And then I'll pick up NW50 because I'll use that for a very subtle contour. And once again, I do love contouring with creamy concealers. I feel as though they just stay put a lot longer. The finish is impeccable, and I just feel like you just can't go wrong, and they blend beautifully as well. So that's what I love about creamy concealers. And then concealers that I love for highlighting, so I'm gonna mention 2, which is the LA Girl Pro Conceal concealer in the shade Fawn. This is so difficult to come by in the shade Fawn. It's just forever sold out whenever I go to Discam. So whenever you do manage to grab, or you see like 10 Fawns, get all of them. These only retail for about 60 rand, and I swear by these concealers, they are amazing. And then I recently picked up the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Flawless Concealer. Now I picked up a shade Too Light. I was at home. My mom was at Canal Walking. She was picking it up for me, and I had told her, can you please get the shade Medium Deep, because I went online, and the online store, the color seemed like the perfect shade for me. I normally do go to YouTube and just search the color and see which skin tone it matches if I'm trying to order online, or if someone is bringing something down for me from abroad. But for some reason I didn't go on YouTube and actually just double check I'm getting the correct shade, which is what I normally do. So my mom picked up Medium Deep, which I should actually be using a deep. This is Too Light, but I used it in my makeup look today, and it actually blended in quite beautifully. It still brightens beautifully, which I like brightening concealers. And then it obviously blends into the skin quite lovely as well. So I don't really have any grabs against this. I will continue to use it, but I will pick up the correct shades at a later stage as well. So all the ones I'm discussing now are high coverage, by the way. This one is pretty high coverage, and it's a beautiful yellow, and it is also brightening as well, which is lovely. Another concealer which was my holy grail for multiple years was the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC45. It was beautiful. It still is beautiful. I switched it out for this one because I loved the yellowness in this and the more mattiness of this one. The Pro Longwear is a bit more dewy, great for every day, but I like a bit more drama, so I kind of have loved this one. The LA Girl has the Pro Conceal concealers in different colors, so there is green and orange, and I think maybe a peach toned one, I'm not too sure. And those are your color correcting concealers. I don't have any with me. I don't have severe color correcting issues, so I haven't really invested in trying to get a color correcting concealer to begin with. But if you do want me to go in depth about color correcting concealers, then I'll probably do a blog post on that, not an entire video. And the orange is used to color correct under eye circles, dark bluish kind of bruises, and the green one is used to counteract redness. And then I received these Cipria Milano cream contour kits. So these looked so good. I went to the event earlier a few months ago. I think it was in February or March, I'm not sure. And basically looking at the whole makeup line, and these looked amazing, so I requested that I actually try a few. So they actually gave me 3 contouring palettes, and I'm going to show you my favorite most used palette, which is number 3. This shade is quite reminiscent of NW55. This one NW50. This one for me is NC45, and the middle one here is NC50, if I'm trying to translate it for you, if you are looking for that. But this is an absolutely divine palette. What about these concealers, if you are not looking for the concealer that like these ones, which are quite thick and can be quite cakey, but you still want a creamy concealer, a creamy contour, these are the palettes for you. They are not thick, they are not cakey. These in all honesty can get a bit cakey, so you have to really do your under eye cream, and then you have to apply this, and then you have to set it with the powder because it will crease later on in the day. But these are super lightweight, and okay, I can smell. I love this for contouring. It's a very dramatic contour, so I love that for if I'm going somewhere, or if I'm going on for an evening look and I really want some more dramatic contour. I love this one. It is so pigmented, you guys. Maybe I can show you quickly. I have contoured already, but I'm just going to dip in my brush very lightly, because it picks up quite a lot of pigment, and I didn't even dip it in a lot, but it's already there. I mean, it is just stunning. Look at that. And I love this for just defining my jawline and eliminating that double chin. It's such a divine palette, you guys. It's amazing. I really love it. I'm gonna mix the two here. I'll use a lighter shade to go on my forehead. I don't want a helmet head. I do have an in-depth highlight and contour video, so I will link it down below. You guys can go and check that out. You can see the actual technique, but obviously you can use any product you want to with that technique, and you should try this one as well. These retail for about $2.99, I think. Totally worth it in my opinion. Really stunning, so you should get one. I'm going to show you the other palettes as well. This is number 2, and number 2 still has the darker shades as well, and then some very light shades. These are all creamy textures. There's no powder here. And number 1, quite a light palette as well. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of these palettes, and I think Cipria Milano is in Santon City, and also at Cape Gate in Cape Town. I'm not too sure where they are in Durban. They will be opening more stores as well. And I will say that the price range is more along the lines of Inglot, but slightly less. They are super affordable. They are in standalone stores. They're not in Dis-Chem or drug stores, so they are in their own store as well, which is pretty cool. So that's it, you guys. That's my favorite concealers that I love to use on a daily basis. And I hope that was informative for you guys if you are kind of contemplating getting a new concealer. I was just getting a palette. They're very easy to use, and they will most often contain all of the shades you will need, from your highlighting to your contour to an actual shade that matches your skin tone. So keep that in mind when you are looking for the perfect concealer. It's normally not just one you need, it's a couple or three. Cool guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to check out my highlights and contour video. I'll link it down in the description box below. I'm basically showing you how I do highlights and contour. Otherwise, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, comment and subscribe to my channel, you guys. Make sure you visit my blog as well. I have always got great new content on there. I want you guys to engage with me on my blog, reply to my comments on my posts and stuff. I'm always over there and uploading new content and replying to you guys. And then yeah, follow me on Twitter, Instagram and Snapchat. I'm always hollering at you guys as well. And also let me know in the comments below what you want me to do next for you guys, so that we're always communicating and I know what you guys want from me as well. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye.